Hello, hello. I thank you for your curiosity and question around the collective energies. And I'll go with the bigger, broader picture first, and then kind of bring it down to more recent times. So, in the end of March of 2023 and early of April 2023, so around the spring equinox time period, there was a massive transit cosmically where the planet of Pluto moved from Capricorn, which is an earth sign, into Aquarius, which is an air sign. And this marked the beginning of a massive collective shift and a brand new energetic era that's leading us into the next 20 years and beyond, right? But this transit, this cycle itself is about 20 years long. And so since that time period, there's been a lot of back and forth energy where Pluto was kind of in and out of, it was between signs, okay? So it was between the Capricorn and the Earth sign and the Aquarius air sign. It wasn't set in either one yet until this year. So there were some other transits where it was going back and forth to bring us lessons and awareness, to close doors, to close karmic chapters, and to set ourselves up for this brand new era, this brand new energy that we're all collectively ushering in. Whether we're conscious of it or we're not, it's happening, right? So fast forward to this year. Now the planet of Pluto is set in its position in Aquarius, and it's going to be there for the next 19, 20 years. So the planet of Pluto, why this is important, the planet of Pluto is all about personal power and transformation. It is the planet of death and rebirth. So endings have to, things have to be destructed or deconstructed and broken down and crumble in order for the rebirthing energy, the new energy, the building from that new solid foundation is going to occur or is allowed to occur. So Pluto is doing this in our overarching energy, but that's also going to hit particular places in your personal astrology chart depending on where these things are hitting you personally. So if you decide to explore your own natal chart, you would want to look and see where the planet of Pluto is and where your Aquarius is as well, what area of life that is. And that will give you that, and the polarizing, so the other end of it will give you some insight on where this is activating the most for you personally. So that's the bigger collective thing. The other thing is that over the since the early spring of this year and the eclipse season, so end of March and April of this year, there have been multiple activation points. So we are being activated into higher expressions, higher levels of self, deeper clarity, more rooted in the new foundations that we are being asked to create for ourselves. So going on an individual level, that's what's been occurring in the bigger picture, but how it shows up for us personally. We are creating new foundations, okay? So fast forward over the last month, we were in a Mercury retrograde period, and the Mercury retrograde was in the sign of Leo. Leo is all about the heart. It is all about creativity. It's our inner child. It's a really radiant, generous, needing to be seen, desiring to be seen, loyal type of energy, okay? Also playful, and also that lioness, that fierce fire lioness energy. And that was all with the Mercury retrograde. So over the last many weeks, there has also been this shorter cycle of revise, review, realign, and evaluate where you're at and how you're deciding to move forward from that particular portal as we continue on in this new structuring of this new era. So we're in the building blocks phase. We are in the foundation, building a new foundation phase, right? You can't put the roof on the house before you have the foundation set, before you have all of the walls up, before you have the house built. So 1, 2, 3, 4, or however consecutive steps. It's all part of the process, right? So you're feeling the next space so strongly because it's present in our hearts, it's present in our energies, it's present in our bodies, and the physical reality is still in process. It's still in transit. It is still, foundations are still like setting into that solid cementing. So my message to you around that, and what I have also been leaning into, because I felt like I've been in this womb space, this chrysalis space for the same amount of time, like 2.5 years. I've really felt deep in that holy transformation of the caterpillar who entered the chrysalis, and now that's kind of where I've been. And a lot happens there, right? A lot is happening there. A lot is weaving and shifting and elevating and clearing, and all of that is happening simultaneously, right? And so being in that space, being in that womb of creation, being in that chrysalis, being in the soil, right? Another reference point would be like the seeds that are in the soil and you're not yet seeing them sprout. It doesn't mean that nothing's happening. It just means that that is the season and the stage that we are in collectively. We are also collectively in the year energy of a 9, which is the completion of cycles. It's the end of a rotation, 1 through 9. So 2025 is a 9 year. So we're at the end. We're completing a lot of things, again, to bring in this new energy. And it's also holding the energy of the snake, 2025. So what does the snake do? It sheds its skin. It sheds old layers. It literally slithers itself out of its old skin and into its new skin. This is not a linear journey. It's not a linear journey. It is a non-linear spiraling and rising up. It's a non-linear recalibration and reharmonization and realignment over and over and over again until we reach that like updated, solid, now we can root from here and rise from here energy. So you are in a space of realigning, reharmonizing, just like the rest of us. And it's not necessarily having to wait. It is the guidance, the message around it is holding your vibration and rooting your vibration and rooting your new foundations from that in which is desired and letting that be your pillar, and then allowing the rest to catch itself up.